what exactly it is. From evolutionary point of view, human beings are the most sophisticated species. What is it exactly after that?
On this planet, don't think you are the most sophisticated being on this planet.
So, what exactly it means from this reference point of view as a human being, higher dimension after this? Is it something in some other planet or is it some energy form? What exactly is it? And are there any levels of higher dimension? Because the evolution is progressing. So if we say higher dimension, are there more levels to it?
In your experience of life, do you find all human beings at the same level of evolution? I'm asking you, without prejudice. With all due respect to every human being, do you find every human being at the same level of evolution? Nobody has a tail though, that they've passed. But there are many who look more complete with a tail or horns. A whole lot of them would look more complete with a horn growing out of their head because they're always yes or no? You drive on the street and see. In this country it's better, though the traffic is such a mess. Though driving in India is probably the most challenging thing. But I see in other countries, the drivers driving their dream cars are on the edge. Smallest thing, they're in a rage. Actually, that is not so much here, at least in South India. In North India, we know road rages. In South, it's not like that. We crash into each other, we sit down and discuss and maybe we'll settle our son's wedding or daughter's wedding right there. We believe this is our fate, we crashed together. We met with a bang. You don't see much rage on southern Indian roads, but North India it happens, but in other countries I see the rage is so much. Though traffic is far more disciplined, very rarely anybody gets into your way. Here, every moment somebody is getting in your way. Everybody is, trying to earn that 7 years imprisonment by attempting… They're all testing their horoscope. Their astrologer has told them you will live to 80 years, so they're testing it today, whether it's true or not. It's a whole lot of things happening. So, in spite of all this horoscope testing, you don't find much rage. So, people who are in such a state of rage, if you gave them claws and horns, it would be more suitable, isn't it, for their state of mind and emotion. They actually want to claw somebody, but they don't have the claws. The evolutionary process should be one day they'll get the claws. So you don't find all of them the same level of evolution because it's a threshold that we have crossed. That doesn't mean that's the end of it. Because the significance of being human is just this. We are not doing anything very different from what the other creatures are doing, same damn things. We are born, they are born, just like that. Their mothers delivered them, our mothers delivered us. Their mothers were more efficient with delivery, our mothers struggled. Okay? Yes. Because they delivered in hundreds, our mother to deliver one, she struggled so much. They eat, we eat, they sleep, we sleep. They reproduce, we may reproduce. They die, we die. The only thing is we can do all this, we can conduct all these very simple aspects consciously. So in a day, from the moment I leave the sleep time for you, that also needs to be considered, but we will leave that. From the moment you come awake till the moment you fall asleep, how many moments and how many actions and how many thoughts and how many emotions or how much percentage of it do you conduct consciously? This will determine the state of your evolution right now. If you conduct it consciously, you will do it in a certain way. If you're going about compulsively, you will look like any other creature. Yes? You will look like just any other creature, not any different, once you do things compulsively. Only when you conduct it consciously, you seem to be on the peak of evolution on this planet, not otherwise. So you can gauge by yourself, I don't want to pass a judgment on anybody. From the moment you come awake till the time you go asleep, fall asleep, how much percentage of time are you conducting your body, your mind, your emotion, your energy and your actions consciously? If you are less than 1%, you know there's a lot of work to do. And I would tell you, if I have to speak frankly, more than 90% is less than 1%. Less than, well below 1%, more than 90% of the people. Those 10% who do little more than 1%, suddenly they look like such graceful beings. Just from tomorrow morning, you want to do it from tomorrow morning? Or now? From this moment till you fall asleep, just see how much of you can you conduct consciously, all aspects of you. Your body, your actions, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your energies, everything. To what extent can you conduct it consciously? You see, if you conduct this consciously for 5 minutes, by tomorrow morning people will bow down to you without knowing why they're doing. So that's evolution. And it's something you can do. If you just see it's me, not something else, you will evolve. Because once you become human, you have enough awareness and consciousness to evolve consciously. When you were a monkey, you did not decide, I'll become human being. Nature just pushed you on. But now you're conscious enough to decide, I want to evolve from where I am to whatever is possible. Just try. Just maintain 5 minutes, manage your life consciously today. You will see tomorrow morning how you will be. You will be shining, believe me.
This is like confusing with the conscious and unconscious.
What is in your awareness is conscious. What is not in your awareness is unconscious.
How to be aware every moment in that?
We will come. Right now, you're awake, so you are aware of the light, the air and this and that around you and the people around you. Suppose you fall asleep. Suddenly you become unaware of all these things, isn't it? Right now, you are aware who is sitting next to you for some moment. Now I am talking to you, you become unaware who is sitting next to you, isn't it? So what you're aware of, what you're unaware of is varying. The sphere and the area of your awareness is varying at different times, isn't it? You're not always aware to the same extent. Whether it's about the outside or the inside, you are not always aware to the same extent. When we talk awareness, we are not talking about becoming more and more aware about the outside. That is only for survival. To the extent it is necessary for survival, we must be aware of the outside. See, if you take the animals, for example, your dog. First of all, why dog entered your life? Today maybe for other purposes, but initially why dog entered your life is, he is much more aware than you about the outside, isn't it? If you fall asleep, he still keeps hearing and smelling and tasting and everything around him. That's why you keep the dog at home, isn't it? Today maybe for companionship because people have abandoned you but otherwise fundamentally dog came into our lives because he's more aware of the outside than you are, isn't it? He can see things and smell things and hear things that you cannot. That's the reason why he has come into your life. But we are not talking about that kind of awareness. When we say awareness, we are talking about you being aware of yourself. So how much of you is in your awareness right now? If you look at it, you will see very small aspects of you are in your awareness. So we have to deepen this process. If awareness has to grow, in one way, if you look at it, what you call as myself is a certain level of awareness, isn't it? Yes? If your awareness disappears, you also disappear, isn't it so? Right now you are alive, how do you know? Simply because you're aware. Yes? So in one way, what you call as myself is a certain level of awareness. But that awareness is happening in a minimal way. We want to extend this to every aspect of who I am, so that who I am becomes a completely conscious process. How to do it? Awareness has become a small thing simply because it's lost in these two heaps. The heap of food that you gathered as body and the heap of impressions that you gathered as mind, especially the heap of impressions. Now if you separate it a little bit, suddenly awareness is in full flow. Because it's lost in this, it is like there is a light bulb. Now if you cover it with a lot of cloth, still the light is burning, but light doesn't help to see, isn't it? Now one thing is to crank up the voltage so that light becomes more intense, but the important thing is to remove the cloth that is covering it, isn't it? So we will do both. One thing is to clear it up, another thing is to crank up the voltage. If these two things are done together, properly, sensibly, then you will see more of yourself than ever before.
मात पिता तुम मेरे प्रभु मेरे गुरु मात पिता तुम मेरे प्रभु मेरे गुरु जो है और जो है नहीं सब कुछ